In the year 690, a 70-year-old woman ascended the dragon throne and declared a new dynasty. She was not a regent. She was not a puppet. She was the emperor. In 3,000 years of Chinese civilization, across 400 emperors, she remains the only woman to ever hold that title. Her enemies called her a monster. Her allies called her a genius. History simply calls her Wu Zetian. But here is what they do not tell you. She did not seize power in a single dramatic coup. She clawed her way up over 40 years. Through a harem of 3,000 women, through a court of men who wanted her dead, through a system built over millennia to keep her kind invisible. And she did it with nothing but her mind. This is the story of the most dangerous political operator in Chinese history. And it begins with a 14-year-old girl walking into the emperor's bedroom. 637 AD. The Tang Dynasty is the golden age of Chinese civilization. The capital, Chang'an, is the largest city on earth. 2 million people, 100,000 foreign merchants, and an emperor who believes he is the son of heaven. Emperor Taizong, the conqueror, has just selected a new concubine from the provinces. A minor official's daughter. Nobody important. Her name is Wu Zhao. In the imperial harem, Wu Zhao is ranked 5th tier. A talented person. She is one of dozens. She has no family connections, no powerful father, no noble blood. The odds of her ever speaking to the emperor are almost zero. But Wu Zhao has something the other concubines do not. She can read. While the other women compete for attention with beauty and music, Wu Zhao studies. She reads every court document she can find. She memorizes the histories of fallen dynasties. She learns which ministers hate each other, which generals are loyal, and which provinces are on the edge of revolt. She is building a map of power inside her head. Emperor Taizong notices her. Not for her beauty. The records say she was handsome, not stunning. He notices her because she is the only woman in his court who offers opinions on policy. She tells him how to handle a wild horse that no one can tame. Her answer? A whip, a hammer, and a dagger. Break it, beat it, or kill it. The emperor laughs. He has no idea what he is looking at. When Taizong dies in 649, protocol demands that all his concubines shave their heads and spend the rest of their lives in a Buddhist convent. Wu Zhao is 26. Her political career should be over before it begins. But she has already placed her bet. During the old emperor's final years, she seduced his son. The new emperor, Gaozong, the sickly emperor, is weak, indecisive, and completely infatuated with Wu Zhao. He pulls her out of the convent and makes her his concubine. The court is horrified. She was his father's woman. It is technically incest. But Gaozong does not care. Within 2 years, Wu Zhao gives him 2 sons. Within 4 years, she is Empress. And this is where the story turns dark. To become Empress, Wu Zhao must destroy the previous Empress and the imperial favorite, the 2 women above her. The official history claims she strangled her own newborn daughter and framed the Empress for the murder. But remember, that history was written centuries later by men who believed a woman on the throne was an abomination. Every crime attributed to Wu Zhao passed through the hands of scholars who wanted her erased. Whether this is truth or the longest smear campaign in history, we will never know. But the result is undeniable. Both women are removed. Both women disappear. Now Empress, Wu Zhao begins her real work. Emperor Gaozong suffers from crippling headaches, possibly a brain tumor, that leave him incapacitated for weeks. Wu Zhao steps in. She reads his documents. She drafts his edicts. She meets his ministers. By 660, the court has a name for the arrangement. The two saints. In theory, they rule together. In practice, she rules alone. The old guard fights back. Chancellor after chancellor tries to limit her power, to remind the court that a woman behind the curtain is an abomination against Confucian order. She destroys them all. Some are exiled. Some are demoted. Some simply vanish. She replaces them with men who owe their careers to her. Men from common families, men with no noble connections, men who understand that their survival depends on her survival. Gaozong dies in 6 cent cat fine tra. Their son becomes emperor. He lasts 6 weeks. Wu Zhao deposes him and installs her younger son. He is emperor in name only. She rules from behind a silk curtain for the next 7 years, waiting. She is not waiting for the right moment. She is building something no woman in Chinese history has ever attempted. In 688, she manufactures a miracle. Her nephew commissions a white stone and sinks it into the Luo River. Fishermen discover it days later, carved with the words, "The Sacred Mother shall rule the world." Buddhist monks across the empire begin preaching that Wu Zhao is the reincarnation of Maitreya, the future Buddha. Confucian tradition says women cannot rule. Fine. She will use a different religion. On October 16, 690 AD, Wu Zhao forces her own son to abdicate. She does not install another puppet. She walks to the throne herself. She changes the dynasty name from Tang to Zhou. She changes her own name to Wu Zetian. Wu, the power of heaven. She is 67 years old. She has been planning this for 40 years. Her reign terrifies the aristocracy. She creates a secret police force. The cruel officials, who run a network of informants, anonymous tip boxes, and brutal interrogation chambers. Their favorite technique: invite the suspect to dinner, describe in exquisite detail the torture device waiting in the next room, and ask if he would like to confess before dessert. They call it "Please enter the urn." Thousands are accused of treason. Hundreds of noble families are wiped out. She is not paranoid. She is systematic. Every old bloodline that could challenge her legitimacy is methodically erased. But she is not merely a tyrant. She opens the civil service examinations to commoners for the first time in history. She promotes generals based on talent, not birth. She launches military campaigns that expand the empire to its greatest territorial extent. Under her rule, the Silk Road flourishes, the population grows, and Chang'an becomes the undisputed center of the world. She governs better than most of the men who came before her. She rules for 15 years. In 705, at the age of 81, she is overthrown in a palace coup while bedridden with illness. The Tang Dynasty is restored. Her grandson takes the throne. She dies 10 months later. Her final command is her most mysterious. She orders her tombstone to be left completely blank. No name, no title, no list of achievements. The wordless stele still stands today at the Qianling Mausoleum. 1,000 theories exist for why she left it empty. The most compelling: she believed her legacy was too vast for words. Or perhaps she knew that history, written by men, would never judge her fairly. So, she left the verdict to eternity. 1,400 years later, that stone is still blank. And people are still arguing about what it means. But her dynasty's golden age will not last. Within a generation, a new emperor will fall so desperately in love that he will forget how to rule. A barbarian general will raise an army of 200,000. And the most prosperous city in human history will burn to the ground. Next time, on Eastern Epics, the love that destroyed an empire. Subscribe now. The fire is coming.